Okay, here is the Surface demo application for the USFederal360 project, and we are integrating this with Microsoft Dynamics CRM and the Microsoft Speech Server 2007. So in the middle area here you have the map, above some map controls, below some badges we'll explain in a minute for collaboration, and on the side a little workspace area. So this data is coming out of CRM. We are mapping both lenders and businesses. Two different lenders is actually the account entity, customized somewhat in CRM. Lenders is or businesses is a complete custom entity. We can use the the fingers to zoom in on the map, to move around, to zoom out, etc. We can use the controls at the top to go to just strictly a road map or turn off the roads, etc. And we can do some zooming with this control, with the slider control at the top. So the scenario is we have a couple of sales people that work with lenders, and one is named Robert, one is named Ryan. And Ryan is being transferred, and Robert is going to be taking over some of Ryan's accounts. And so they both are at the Surface device and want to collaborate on some of the accounts that Ryan was servicing that Robert will be servicing. So for example, if we look at the contact in CRM for Ryan, we can see that there's some integration with Community Server. So there's their avatar from Community Server. And also we are storing their identity. An identity tag is a type of tag that the Surface device can read when you place it on top. So we can print this out from CRM. We give it a series and a value. We print it out from CRM, put it on a badge, and I'll show you what happens when you would drop that into the badges area. It will query out to CRM and get that information, bring the phone number back, which will be important in a moment. I'll show you with the phone icon. And so there's Ryan's. Robert's would be this. So it queries out. So we drop the badge on, it queries out, and it now recognizes and knows who we are and that we're around the table. The other thing we can do is actually drop a case from CRM onto the Surface. So for example, here is a case from CRM about an address incorrect for this particular customer, and again an identity series, an identity value, and it will generate for us an identity image which we can print out and drop onto the Surface device. So maybe we're collaborating over this document, we drop it on the Surface. So we'll fill in the information and simulate dropping that document onto the Surface device. And you'll see over on the right hand side it pulled up the information from CRM. This is the case. Our legend here is blue is case, loans I'll show you in a minute are the reddish orange. So we see the case information that came in. There's some related activities. We'll talk about that in a moment. So maybe we also want to click and see some information on this particular lender. So we click their icon, their push pin, and it goes out to CRM and gets a lot of information. It gets some basic information, so we see their phone number, their address, a little bit about them, and we also see that there's a loan in CRM for this associated with this lender, and a couple of cases as well. And these cases have related activities, as you can see down at the bottom, and we will look at that in just a moment. Now let's say that Ryan is wanting to pass on Robert and introduce him to the customer, to the lender. So if we click on the phone icon, what happens is it tells us that we are going to make a call out to the lender's phone number, and we can either choose to make that call with the Surface phone, which would be a phone that you have near the Surface device, and in a configuration file you can just input its phone number. We can make that phone call with a custom phone number where we would just type in, and the Surface keyboard would come up and type in that phone number. Or since we have placed our badges and Surface knows who is at the table, then the various phone numbers are displayed. So we could if Ryan is wanting to introduce his lender to Robert, who will be taking over the account, then we say Ryan wants to make the call. We click on make call, and it gets queued up to speech server and makes the call. Now, over on the cases, in this case I actually don't want to see loans, so I'm going to get rid of loans. And I want to know we want to see a little bit more information about some of these cases for this particular customer, the Provident FCU. So we're going to toggle select that, and we'll do this one too for now. We'll toggle select that. We'll see there's some related activity, so we want to drill down and get some more information about that, but we need some more room. So we'll open up the workspace, and it has now brought the cases into the additional workspace where we have some more room to work with them. And in this case, we're going to close out the business moving, and we're just going to focus in on this particular case. And you see there's two related activities, so we can get to some of that information by clicking on this item at the top. So we see there's a test activity. We can see that the status is open. It is a task type within CRM. It's been modified recently, and the owner, we see who the owner is. If we go further, we see what office the owner is in, and in this case there is no phone, and so we get a gray icon. Now if we come back, we see the other related activity. We can see its status is open. It's also a task, and it's been over a month since it's been modified. So we want to call the owner of this task and find out what is going on. So we see they're out in San Francisco. We don't know who they are, so we're going to go to the phone, and we're going to click the phone icon to actually place the call. And so now it indicates that we're going to call this particular phone number, and again, which phone would we like to use to actually make that call. And we can just click on make call. And we are done with the workspace for now. And that is all for the demo. Thank you.